Yo, what's good, boys? Today, kind of fucked up, not gonna lie. Got break even, so I mean, we didn't lose anything, so that's good. But yeah, we'll get into that later. 8:15 news, 10 o'clock news, and 1:45 in the afternoon news. All right, so going into today, we hit all-time highs yesterday at this ish level right here. And from the new day open, we've been bullish. Going to the New York market open, I wanted to see some of a retracement or a full-on retracement and dump lower. Okay, so I wanted to at least see bullish SMT form at the lows on the high time frame before we went anywhere near higher to all-time highs again. All right, so once we got this dump right here about 9:15, you can start looking at these candles right here on the 15-minute, starting at 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock, and just look at these candles and just acknowledge how shit they are. Right? They don't look good. And once we formed this SMT at the lows, we had the possibility of going higher. Want to see higher prices. But once we pushed higher, formed another SMT at these highs. At this point, looking at how bad the low time frame was and the high time frame, as well as SMT on both sides, formed within a very close, time bracket. Like within 30 minutes of each other, they both formed SMT on both sides of the market on the high time frame. Typically, you don't want to see that. So just got off the charts, didn't trade that. And then when I saw PM come around, right? Let me show you real quick the price action. All right, let me show you this WS price action. Right, this is what I decided to not trade this morning. Right. So played it smart. Did I take a trade this morning on paper? No, I didn't. But yeah, like I'm not gonna take a trade in this bullshit. Like I'm not like if you took a trade in this, I'm sorry, but you're kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of dumb, especially if it's on the low time frame. If you're entering on the low time frame, I kind of understand high time frame entries, but still, like I don't know, it's just if you're entering on the 1 minute right here with 5 minute shit, you're kind of stupid. Not gonna lie, but through all this bullshit, we had SMTs both highs and lows. It's just a gamble. You have no idea if we're gonna get head lower to the 4-hour BISI, which is what I let the boys know that I was targeting for the day until we formed SMT the lows. Wanted to see this BISI and possibly this BISI on the 4-hour to get retraced down into. But once I saw the bullish SMT form, I was like, okay, most likely we're gonna go higher right here. We went higher, like I said, and then we formed SMT at the highs, and I was like, okay, 50-50, don't know what's going on. SMT the lows, 50-minute candle, and low time frame structure looks shit. May not trade again today, possibly PM. Right, so at this point we had a bunch of these just shitty 50-minute candles, and then once I saw both SMTs on both sides, said I'm done trading the AM session. And then let the boys know that once we actually broke the bearish SMT at the highs and we are still on the bullish SMT on the high time frame, I want to see higher prices. And as you can see, price continued higher. Right, but we've been chopping a lot during lunch and PM session, right? But once PM session came around at 1 o'clock, I started to look for longs, right? And actually, no, I looked for shorts, right? Initially, down to the equilibrium of the AM session's range, right? And once we actually got the retracement down, that's when I looked for longs to the all-time highs, and I think we're still going to all-time highs. But yeah, looking at this real quick, right? This is the first. I was thinking about taking this trade, but I did not. So I can't say, I took it. Shit like that. It was on the 1 minute. And it was this inversion right here. Okay, the only reason why I didn't take the trade on my live account was because we're in the middle of this chop right here. Yes, we were stacking SMT at the highs. We had SMT right here. And we had SMT again right here. So we're stacking a lot of bearish SMT. But at this point, we had, I believe, bullish SMT forming at the same time as well. So right here. Yeah, so when we were at this point about to inverse this, we already swept this low on ES. So we had SMT for the short period of time at this low. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to take this. This is way too 50-50, and I'm glad I didn't. Obviously, it played out full TP. But I made this smart decision and decided to, it was just too 50-50. I'm going to stay out, right? I targeted the equilibrium of the range, 3R, not too bad. So once we hit this objective, we ended up forming SMT at these lows. We utilized this SMT at the highs to distribute back down to the AM session's equilibrium. So once I saw this external SMT at these lows right here on the low time frame, started to see some displacement up. You see how we respect these different PD arrays, right? So it looks very, very bullish the way that we're respecting these PD rays. And we have these clean, we have a bunch of clean smooth highs. We have all of these accumulated stops right here. Right, ran down. Look at the consequent encroachment of this fair value gap. Body closed perfectly on the consequent encroachment. We have a BPR right here. What happens to the BPR? Closes above, disrespects it. And then from there, we continue higher and higher. Getting some decent candles right here. And then I decide to enter, I believe it was on the 2 minute. Yes, it was. Entered on the 2 minute. Oh, we're on NQ. I'll show you in a second. Long right here. Stop loss, it was right here below this little order block, if you can consider that order block. And I targeted just like a 2.2R. Okay. So my plan was for me to get 2R and then take off like 10 or 12 contracts and then let the other 2 or 3 run, because I put 50 contracts on the line. And I think I was risking like 350 bucks, so not a lot. As you can see, I was up at one point a decent amount. I was up like $600, and price fully ran down on me. Stop loss to break even due to the news. I was trading news, and Powell started speaking at 145. And I made the mistake. I didn't follow my rules unintentionally, but there's still a lesson to be learned from that I need to pay attention more to PM news if I'm gonna start trading PM session. So I never really forget. I never forget about AM session news. I remember what we're having the next day, the night before. So I'm always locked in with the news in the AM session, but PM I never trade it, and I'm starting to get into it. So I need to start paying more attention to what news we have in the PM session before I even trade PM session. So that's a lesson learned. Glad I didn't lose anything today. And yeah, we just stayed out break even. Going through a lot of break even days right now, and I think I'm on a two loss streak right now. I believe so. Let me peep real quick. So we're on a crazy streak. We just passed the account 2 weeks ago. Ever since then, we've taken 1 loss on the funded account for 240. We can make that back in 1 trade, times 2. So that's a great thing. And then on this one, we're down $1,000. So yeah, pretty much 1 trade on the 50K challenge, the fresh one that I made. So we're down $1,000 on that. So that's 1 trade to get me back to break even on that. No drawdown. And then the funded account, I just got to win 1 more trade and we're good. But these past weeks, they've been tough because you can see we just haven't had the best price action. Not blaming it on price action, but I've decided to trade those days, and that's where I messed up. Not seeing super clean price action. This was a decent day. This is Monday, but I messed up my bias due to me skimming over, the high time frame analysis. So again, another lesson learned that day. But once we hit this level right here, this buy side level, about halfway to my take profit, as you can see, I went stop loss to break even, and then price rushed down at 158, stopped me out of break even for a loss of $11, and then price continued. It's going to continue higher to all-time highs, I believe. And yeah, man, it's completely all right. I mean, it was a solid setup. Yeah, there was no high time frame SMT. Yeah, we had high time frame bearish SMT, but I was very trusting that price would go to all-time highs to this point. We had LRLR building up here, LRLR building right here. We had all-time highs, which is obviously a very bullish confluence that we were very close to. We swept major sell side liquidity, right? We swept, what was this? This was lunch low. Okay, this is lunch low. So we swept lunch low, which are your typical targets for PM session. So we swept lunch low, and we had the equilibrium met from the AM session range, as well as we also, I don't really look at the 1 hour, but I checked it. Tapped into this 1 hour order block because we were never able to rebalance it in this candle right here at 11 a.m. So ran down into it, tapped into it, and then now I believe we're going to still go higher. And at the time, we also inversed this 5-minute SIBI, which is just extra confluence, right? So was a very solid trade. Right now, it's about to play out full TP, I believe. After inversing it, yes, I got stopped out, but we continued to hold this 2-minute inversion, and now going to all-time highs. Let's just sit here and watch it. Oh, there you go. Right, so that would have been a WS trade. Again, another day of getting out of a trade at break even and it hitting full take profit. But you know, it's all good. Yes, I would have gotten stopped out, so I'm glad I went break even right here. But the trade idea was the thing that was right. Got a good trade idea. Worked out. Let's see if it works out right here. I think it was like 2.2 R, 2.3. So just watch right here. So full take profit. And it's just another day, bro. Another day of practice. Another day just getting better. And watching the live markets, which is the best form of practice, right? You can do all the back testing in the world, but you can't beat this shit, right? You can't beat this shit. Yeah, man. Hopefully y'all learned something today. Today obviously wasn't the best price action. Tomorrow will not trade. I don't really advise you to as well. But Friday we will be live. We'll be trading in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, everything will be left down in the description. And yeah, if you want to also look into my Notion templates I posted, it's all about journaling. Let me show y'all boys real quick. Yeah, you got like all your journals and holy shit. You got a bunch of different things that you can fill out on your own to track your progress in life as well as in your trading. A bunch of different things like your trading journal, all your specified different areas for you to collect your own data. And you just got a bunch of cool shit in here, bro. All these different lessons that I've done myself, talking about everything that's helped me out in trading and my growth, what's like really like been the main things that have helped me out. So a lot of that shit's cool as well. Spent a lot of time on this stuff, psychology lessons in there. And yeah, man, we got a personal calendar, all these different note-taking areas, shit like this. Really cool shit. We got a, tracker right here for your fitness, daily journal, habit tracker. All this stuff can help you, improve your life and keep your things on track. So if you want to join, or if you want to join the Discord as well as you want to possibly look into this, everything will be down in the description. And I'm glad y'all are here today, boys. Hope y'all had a decent trading day, and I will see y'all boys tomorrow. Peace out.